I was talking to a friend last night. Like, one of the reasons I have so much integrity and I'm so honest is because I have a wide enough scope to see there's no way out of it. You know, it's not like I'm some martyr or some hero or some like super moral, legendary guy. It's that I'm smart enough to see that they always catch up to you. Like, lies and deception and betrayal and all that, it's always short term. And sometimes I think short term is 100 years. Like these twisted things people do to themselves. I mean, your home will burn to the ground, And I told him, I was like, just because we made good decisions doesn't mean that our home can't burn to the ground. I'm like, people's houses, really good people lose things all the time. It's not like we're better than anybody. I'm like, but just understand that when lies that hurt people just keep piling up and people betray each other for money, there's a serious consequence. And that's why, you should always tell the truth and always serve each other and all that. And it was a really touching moment. So I think parenting and thinking about your kids and how you interact with people, that's like the closest thing you can do to beating the deep state, where it's just like good people come from good families and good homes, and that's what really will make the world a better place. And it's all based on our choice, and you can't escape any of it. It's all in perfect balance. It's like people thought I went insane and that like I threw away my life, and people I know really well are like, you got to think about your wife and kids, bro. Like, you're just running your mouth, and you got to think long term. You're being so selfish. And I'm like, the irony, I couldn't explain it to anyone. I felt very misunderstood. I'm like, it's so selfish to not do this. I never cared about conspiracy theories or these big picture things until I had kids, because I'm like, I don't know what I deserve. Like, whatever. I don't matter, but they matter. And I'm going to figure out how this world works so that their world is not worse than mine. Like, the last thing I want, it's like if you borrow your friend's car, you want to bring it back with a full tank. You don't want to bring it back with an empty tank and scratches on it. If you're the shepherd of your friend's car, you don't damage it. You're like, I want you to have a better experience than I did. Like, if someone lets you stay at their house on vacation, you want to make it, you clean it when you leave and you leave something nice. So it's like, I'm leaving it better for you. And so me analyzing conspiracy theories was never about who's out to get me. It was who's out to get them. And I think that's what allowed me to stay in, this is not like a religious talk, but what I consider God's grace or God's blessing or God's protection is that. It's like, as many mistakes as I make and as many things that I've done, it was always for them. It was always for like, I don't want to ruin it and then leave this place and be a part of all these problems. And I think thinking in that terms of service and multi-generational is what God loves. Because, God loves his children. And it's like a beautiful moment. Like, me getting a little choked up right now isn't, it's not like weakness or sadness. It's like very beautiful to think about it, to think about like your creator loves you. And you know that because when you show love to your neighbors, your family, the next generation, God rewards you. And it's not with money or lollipops or pats on the head. It's like, I wake up every morning with a wife that loves me. We drink a coffee and watch the sunrise, and shine on the mountains with our children and like a functioning farm and no debt. And that literally came because I was willing to burn it all, to not be a part of the poison.